Uplift and Daisy, and how does this correlate to Daisy token holders? Everyone understands, because we're still getting this question from members. What is the relationship between Uplift and Daisy, and how does this correlate to the Daisy token holders? And we still have folks that are just hearing about the Uplift name and token. And so let's, just kick off the call today by making sure everyone understands exactly the next level step that we are taking here with the launch pad and the token. So the Daisy Launchpad, initially the initial branding, the initial name for the Launchpad was the Daisy Launchpad, and of course it was a natural name to use because the backers of the initial backers of the project were part of the Daisy community, but it created a lot of confusion in the open marketplace. First of all, so we know that the Daisy project is a crowdfunding project that supports AI, that has backed the Endotech AI development, and it's a very strong project that already lives and is growing in the open market. And so there was a lot of confusion as journalists were beginning to write articles about the Daisy Launchpad, as social influencers, as leaders in the blockchain community were starting to promote the Daisy token and Daisy Launchpad. There was just a confusion there because the name was an identical name, but in reality, the two projects are completely different projects, completely different structure, completely different purpose and intention. And there's really no relationship between Daisy AI and the Daisy Launchpad, other than the fact that it was the crowdfunding community that backed and brought it to the market. And so as we were talking to many of the big projects that will be launching their IDOs, this continued to come up over and over, trying to understand this connection between the two. And so our advisors, our attorneys, our community leaders, we just all agreed that the smartest thing we could do is bridge the Daisy Launchpad with a powerful Launchpad team and identity, and really create a merger with a new brand, with a new name. And that's exactly where Upflit came from. As we were developing partnerships with different Launchpad experts, as we were developing the token marketing team, developing relationships with the exchanges and with media, there was just a unanimous consensus that the Upflit brand and the new team of experts that were coming together would have a better momentum in the marketplace with a fresh name, with a fresh token, and with a fresh story. And so every single person who holds the Daisy token is able to swap one-to-one for the Lift token. What this also allows us to do is it allows us to expand the blockchain ecosystems that we're a part of. So for example, the Uplift token is on the Binance Smart Chain. And this is powerful because it allows us to participate in Pancake Swap, and it gives us integration with many other projects and with many other platforms. So anyone who holds the Daisy token is now becoming the Lift token, and the Daisy Launchpad is now the Uplift Launchpad. And so when you see Uplift Launchpad, that is the original Daisy Launchpad. And when you see the Lift token, that is the new token in the open market that every one of you own. Now, you do have to create a swap. You have to swap the Daisy token for the Lift token. But let's say that you had 1,000 Daisy tokens right now, then you will be able to swap for 1,000 Lift tokens. And it'll be an even one-to-one swap. And it will give you all of the benefits and all of the access that we previously discussed. And so we're going to be announcing in the next couple of weeks our first IDO projects, our first DCO projects, big projects that have come to partner with us. And in order to participate in those projects, you will want to make sure that you are holding the Lift token, that you've swapped your Daisy token for the Lift token. And Alex and his team will be releasing a website in the next few days that will have all of the detailed instructions, how to swap, how to stake, with videos. Some of those videos are already out in the community. And so many of you have already started to swap. You've already started to stake. That's fantastic. But if you still don't understand how to do the swap or how to do the staking, it's okay. We will be releasing step-by-step instructions in the next few days. Everyone will have plenty of time. So it's not something you have to do today. As long as in the next couple of weeks you get this done, you're going to be fine. And we will be providing step-by-step instructions for that on the website. And all of that will be going live in the next couple of days. So Ilya, does that, as far as the swap and the staking, we can talk. I know you're going to be presenting a little bit of the slides. We can talk a little bit more about that. But the biggest answer for everyone today is if you have specific questions about how to swap or how to stake, we will have step-by-step instructions and a website update coming in the next few days that will answer all of those questions. Is that correct?
Yes, Jeremy, it is correct. And plus, we already provided some instructions. Alex team already made some tutorials, some videos. We have some instructions in text. And we personally, all three of us, we know many people who already successfully, completed all the steps. Although some people, they saw some obstacles on the way, they had some technical questions. It's okay, it's just the beginning. What you mentioned, Jeremy, is very important. There is no rush about this. It's not something time sensitive. Those tokens not going to disappear, on the Daisy side. So you can do it 1 week from now, 1 month from now, it doesn't matter. So there is no rush. It doesn't mean that if you do it faster, you get some extra rewards or whatever. Right? So of course you can participate in staking, but few days or 1-2 weeks, would not make any difference. So we'll make sure that everybody is covered, everybody is in the loop, everybody knows exactly how to make it in multiple languages, because we have leaders in Japan, in Vietnam, in Germany, and many leaders already. They translated, in Russia, they translated those tools. So nothing to be scared about. It's a little bit of a learning process, how to set up MetaMask wallet, and stuff like this. So many people will do it for the first time.
Perfect. Awesome. So guys, the biggest thing that I'm excited about, we're excited about, all of the leaders are excited about is what Uplift is positioned for in the open market. And I can tell you very boldly that what we have, the relationships and the partnerships that have come together we've never seen this with any other launch pad. And the business mindset of the Upflit community, the Lyft token holders, the Daisy token holders that are backing the Upflit project is like nothing we have ever seen. We are attracting right now some of the most genius and influential projects, NFT projects, blockchain protocols, gaming projects, marketplace projects. I mean, guys, when we're able to publicly announce the first few IDOs, you're going to realize that everything is worth the wait, right? The last couple of months of waiting, of transitioning, of preparing, it's going to be so worth it because we are getting ready to come to the market with some of the most exciting launch pad projects that the space has ever seen before. And this is really what it's all about for the launch pad. This is really what it's all about for the token, is that when you own the Lyft token, when you stake the Lyft token, when you're a part of the Upflit community, you represent some of the most innovative and powerful technology projects, AI projects, NFT projects, blockchain projects that have ever shown up in the marketplace. And one of the things that really separates the Upflit protocol, the Upflit launchpad, the Upflit community from all of the launch pads out there in the market is we realize as a community that this is a business. This launch pad is about launching real businesses, getting them prepared for launch, having successful launch strategies and launch event. And then after the launch, taking and supporting those projects into the big success that they are positioned for. This is the difference between a typical launch pad where members simply buy a token today and they want to dump it tomorrow so they can make some quick, easy money. And this is a sloppy mindset in the marketplace. This is a low energy, low success mindset in the marketplace. And it's the reason why most projects that use traditional launch pads have very difficult challenges for success, because the launch pad communities are there to simply buy today and dump tomorrow. And there's no real power behind the business success of the project. With the Upflit community, we have a different perspective. We believe in the long-term success of the businesses that we partner with. We believe in 100x, 1000x success. We believe that a project should incubate today and become a household name tomorrow. Once we share with you some of the projects that we're launching, we're talking about household name brands already. We're talking about bringing the mainstream world into the blockchain space. We are here to support projects to the finish line. And this is the power. The reason we've been able to sit at the table with multi-billion-dollar projects that are positioning themselves to become multi-billion-dollar companies, not million-dollar companies, not 10 million or $100 million projects, but multi-billion-dollar projects. The reason they want to partner and work with Upflit is because of this exact thing. Because we have a community of crowdfunders, we have a community of backers, and we are not thinking short term, we are thinking long term. And we are here to support those projects, to stake those projects, to promote those projects, and help them become billion-dollar companies. And it's unfortunate that sometimes people will walk over dollars to pick up pennies. Let me say that again. People will walk right over $1 and pass up $1 to pick up a penny. And this is what the pump and dump mindset has done. People are walking over the big returns, the big benefits to get something short term, to get something fast, to get a little bit of immediate gains, short term thinking. And Edward, I know that, one of the things that you continue to just, teach me, and that you have experienced for the last 20 plus years of your life as a businessman, as a traditional investor, is this exact thing, that in the successful business world, in the stock world, in the public world, when you get to be a part of something this early, the big reward and the big benefit is in the long-term success of those projects. So I think it'd be a great time for you to maybe talk about some of your mindset about staking, about long-term benefits, about long-term success, instead of this short-term mindset that some people have.
Yeah, absolutely, Jeremy. Prior we launched Launchpad, I wasn't aware how in crypto world it's so far as of today. Really, it's a market that they have Launchpad, but in my mind they don't have a Launchpad. There's no Launchpad exist yet, because they're not to support your business. They're just with their own great selfish, just to come to take advantage. So imagine you coming for help, right? And then as soon as you give money, and then before they even launch, as soon as they launch, you already want to take the profits. It does like you put it. It's a small kid mindset. He puts a seed in the ground, and tomorrow he thinks it's going to be a tree. It doesn't work like this. It never works like this, and never will work like this. Pump and dump is just it's just to screw somebody else. It doesn't work. You can sometimes we do it in a mature market, right? In a big, when it's already been trading in a stock market, in Forex, you jump in really quick, shorts, but not in a Launchpad when you're supporting a business. So the mindset, if you want really to support a business and win big, you need to take time, make a decision how much you can, afford to invest in this business, and then wait for some time until that business is fully successful. And then both of you win big time. And this is the whole idea of Launchpads. This is, there's a show, Shark Tank. I'm sure a lot of people know that Shark Tank, right? What do? Exactly what we're supposed to do, right? They're not investing in them. And as soon as they open, they pull their money. You can't do that, right? So that's the reason it's called Launchpad, right? All this time, my biggest actually success in stock market and different investments, like private investments, they've been long term. But if you put in all those small pump and dumps, that one small investment in a long term turns out to be by far bigger than any of those small pump and dumps. It's just to me, I'm surprised when I see the community. I'm not talking about our community. I'm talking about the community that looking in different launch pads. It's not. That's why it's not supporting businesses. It's only hurting the businesses. There's been some good businesses would be big today, and they don't exist today just because of this business. Anyway, yeah, just.
No, it's true. And even in I don't mind saying this, being transparent, even inside of our community, we want to address this. We want to address this issue when it comes to the Lyft token, when it comes to the Daisy token, because, hey, this is exciting. And here's why it's exciting. The crypto space is young. It's young, it's new, and it's being created right now in the early formation stage, right? 20 years from now, 50 years from now, it will be a mature market. And we're seeing it happen. We're seeing sophisticated investors and institutions starting to come into the space, and we're seeing it start to mature. But Upflit is a young product. Many of the community members, the Daisy community members, you're participating for the first time in your life, maybe, in a launch pad. This might be the very first time that you've ever contributed to and supported a launch pad. And you, this is new, you're learning. This is a learning moment for all of us. And, you know, and it's interesting, like even in some of the leadership chats, the questions that we see, well, why is the token price going down? And you hear things that when you look and go, we just did the pre-sale in July, right? Like, this is so early, right? Like, we're used to looking at the growth of projects over 3 to 5 year period, right? That's what the traditional market is used to. If you have the opportunity to participate, for example, in a pre-IPO in a company that's going public on the stock market, and you have this opportunity, you're typically going to be vested for 3 to 5 years. You're going to be holding that contribution or that equity for at least 3 years, 3 to 5 years, right? That's the payoff of getting in early. When you get in early, you get discounted pricing, and you say, we're going to support this project all the way until it goes to maturity. It really grows in the open market. And so even when it comes to the lift token, our responsibility, your contribution to this project isn't just buying the pre-sale token, as you may have done, and then turn around and sell it the day that everything goes live. This doesn't support the project. This doesn't support the growth and the value of the project. Our number one responsibility as token holders of any project is to hold. Let me give you some examples of this. So one of the most powerful growing projects right now in the world of crypto is a project called Solana, right? The token is SOL. Many of you have seen it. It's gone, explosive growth in the market, and the world is talking about it. And they've got, $500 million funds that they contribute to projects, and it's a brilliant blockchain. Do you know that Solana, they just announced this week, just passed up a company called Cardano, or you may know their token as ADA, as the number one staking community. They have more stakers than the biggest players out there. Many of you know about the token ADA that started at 2 cents and has gone all the way up to $2, over $2 in value. Cardano, one of the most exciting blockchain projects in the world today. Up until this week, they have had the largest staking community of any other project out there. So these are two of the top performing projects in the world. And when you look at why they're successful, it's because they have such a large, long-term staking community. There have been people that have been staking ADA since 2015 and 16 in its pre-ICO stage. They've been holding the token for 6 years now, 7 years, staking the token. This is what makes projects and token value grow. And then guess what? When you see the growth start to happen, then you can say, hey, let me take 10% of my stakings and let me pull some value out of the open market now, because the token went from $1 in pre-sale to $10 or $20 in the open market or whatever it is. And in the future, you have this opportunity to extract big value. But as a community, our number one responsibility is to stake the lift token and hold that token long-term and support the new projects that launch. Why? Because this is what raises the value in the open market. Remember, guys, everything in this world is about supply and demand, right? So if every person who has the lift token wants to go out and dump And we haven't even started our marketing campaigns. We haven't even launched our first IDO projects yet. We haven't even gotten recognized in all of the publications around the world. We haven't spoken at all of the big events yet. We have years of growth ahead of us to get the Upflit name out there into the world. We haven't even done that yet. People don't even know what Upflit is yet. They don't even know what the Lyft token is yet. So the buyers are not yet out there looking for us. They will be soon. But if we all start to dump our tokens in the market and there's no demand yet for buyers, then what's going to happen? The price is going to go down, 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 down. But when we hold the token and we grow the project, then what happens is people from all over the world are looking for the token. They're looking, what exchange is it on? Where can I buy it? And what happens is the price starts to go up, 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 because now they're coming in with the demand and they want to buy this token because of the growth of the project, the success of the project. And so staking the Lyft token is absolutely the most important thing that you and I could do. Now, here's the great news. We have always been excited about the staking rewards, and we cannot disclose details to you today. But in the next couple of weeks, we have some really exciting news for the community. The rewards that we expected to be able to offer in the beginning have just gotten much, much, much bigger. For example, we are working with a project called Art Wallet. Now, this is huge. This is, as you guys know, this is an NFT project. It's a brilliant project. And where other launch pads sold the art token, right, in pre-sale, we secured, and we're still working with them to even do some bigger things, but we secured an allocation of tokens for our community that's going to be a free gift. Literally, if you are a staking member of Lyft token, you're going to get the Art Wallet token for free as a staking reward. So every other launch pad out there, you had to buy the token. But for the Lyft token, the Lyft community, you're going to be getting the Art Wallet token as a reward for staking. We have some projects right now that are going to be multi-billion-dollar a year revenue projects. Imagine projects that are making billions of dollars a year in Bitcoin. And imagine you are a Lyft staker and you're earning passive rewards on a daily basis of digital currency, cryptocurrency. This is where we are going. We have one NFT project right now that we've partnered with that has already partnered with some of the biggest brands in the public world, in the non-crypto world, brands that you and I watch and know and hear about, our kids hear about every single day. The rewards that the Lyft community is going to have for staking are going to be the best rewards of any launchpad in the marketplace. DeFi rewards, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin rewards, NFT rewards. The list goes on and on of what we have coming together here. But ladies and gentlemen, that doesn't happen overnight. You don't create a token today and tomorrow, all of a sudden, all of this reward starts to pour in. It's based upon the success of the projects. And this takes time, this takes development, this takes strategic partnerships, and most of all, it takes the community being ready and in position to support these projects. And so we want to invite every one of you to make a decision and a commitment that you're not a part of Daisy because you're a short-term thinker, and you're not a part of Upflit and the Lyft token because you're a short-term thinker. This community And the projects that we represent are designed to create long-term wealth and long-term success. And we want to invite every one of you to follow our examples. Our examples as founders, for example, we're vested. We're fully 100% vested with our tokens for 3 years. That means that we cannot sell one single token in the open market for a minimum of 3 years. Why? Because we believe in the long-term success of the project. So we want to invite you to take on that same mindset and make a decision today that as you begin to swap your Lyft token and as we begin to open up the staking rewards, you make a commitment to be a maximum staker, to say, hey, if you guys will allow me to stake for 1 year, I'll do it. If you'll allow me to stake for 2 years, I'll do it. If you'll allow me to stake for 3 years, I'll do it. Here's our commitment to you. The longer and the bigger of a commitment that you make with us to stake the token, to hold the token, and to support the projects that are coming, the bigger the rewards and the bigger the benefits you're going to get. I think it's clear that someone who says, I'm willing to stake for 1 week, and someone else who says, I'm willing to stake for 1 year, the person who is backing the project for 1 year should receive bigger rewards than the person who is only willing to back the project, for example, for 1 week. And so we want to invite you to follow our example. We want to invite you to follow the example of smart investors and smart projects around the world. And let's create something long-term. Let's create something that's bigger than any other launchpad in the world. And let's get the Lyft token to grow exponentially big in the marketplace by supporting the staking and by creating big rewards for the staking community. So Edward, Ilya, I know that we just said a lot, but I think it's such an important message for the community as a young, new token, a young, new launchpad, and a young, new community. We have to go into this together with a business mindset and with a long-term picture.
Yeah, Jeremy, once the people gonna hear, the whole community, when they're gonna hear the next projects, the first couple of projects are gonna be they're exciting, but there's a small location. But when they're gonna hear about, you too, Ilya and Jeremy, about 2 projects that I'm talking about. Once they hear about those 2 projects, yes, one is NFT, the other one is on Bitcoin.
You'll stake every token you have for as long as you can.
We will not have to talk about you need to stake. They will say, how can I stake more? How can I stake more?
Yes.
It's guaranteed. I just, this is exciting. Yeah. Anyway, are we gonna, Ilya, I think you're gonna over the list of PowerPoint, right?
Yes, Edward, that's very good point. So Jeremy, I think you nailed pretty much everything, but let me just pull up my my PowerPoint.
Yeah, while you're pulling up your PowerPoint, also Alex will start doing AMA sessions at least once a month, and we're gonna be translating those AMA sessions.
1 second. Перезвоню, назови.
Yeah, and again, if anyone has questions about how do I swap to the Lyft token, how do I participate in staking, again, as we said in the beginning of the call today, don't worry, don't panic. In the next few days, we will have all of the videos, all of the instructions updated on the website, and you will have plenty of time to get that done before we launch the first IDO project. So everybody can take a deep breath. There's no hurry, there's no rush. In the next couple of weeks, make sure you get it done, but we will be providing those full instructions in the next few days.
That's a good point, Jeremy. Even if there's a person that for some reason disappeared for 3 months and then wakes up in 3 months, he can still take his Daisy tokens and
yes,
one-to-one go back to Upflit.
Yeah. So guys, can you see the screen?
Yes.
So basically, I'm going to be repeating some of the news and facts that Jeremy already shared. So I'm not going to take a lot of your time. But we on the Upflit side, so we plan to basically launch our first project. And I know many people have been waiting for this for many weeks. So now we are really getting very close to the middle of December. So the target date is sometimes between December 12th, maybe December 15th, around that time. We're going to be announcing later. And we're now signing contracts with this project. So basically a few days from now, so we're going to make official announcements on this first couple IDO projects. So both of those projects are going to be on near blockchain. You guys probably, especially those of you who visited Dubai event, you remember that we made some partnership with near protocol, near blockchain. So we really love near blockchain. We love projects that are created on this blockchain because they have very big future, and the community of near is huge. It's just very big. So we will be doing many IDO projects based on this particular blockchain. So the first project is going to be a very small race based on lottery. So we cannot give you exact amount yet, but it's going to be like very small just to test the system. Of course, the project itself is going to be very exciting. So it's going to be DEX, it's going to be decentralized exchange to near blockchain. And the second project is going to be coming just a few days after the first one. So it's going to be also before December 20th, right, as a plan. So the second project is going to be an NFT project. So the race is going to be probably 1 million, maybe 1.5 million. Again, we cannot disclose a particular number yet, but in a few days from now, so probably we'll have more information. And of course, we will be inviting the founders and the project leaders of those projects to AMA sessions on Upflit side. So Alex and other people are going to lead these interviews and AMA sessions. So it's going to be a lot of exciting calls, right? So this is coming very soon. Also, we announced a few days ago, so Jeremy just mentioned that everybody knows already that we became Accelerator of the Year on a Malta event. It was a very big event. So unfortunately, myself, Edward, Jeremy, we didn't have a chance to visit it in Malta, but we had Irina. You guys know Irina, right? So basically, she's a council member for Upflit, and plus we have one more Irina. So both of Irinas, they visited Malta event, and they were very busy actually establishing some very good connections. It was more than 10,000 people in this event, and you can imagine. So Upflit became Accelerator of the Year. It's very big. And today I spoke with Irina, and she says that she cannot even read our messages now on Telegram just because she was giving away her business cards with a Telegram QR. Now so many people trying to reach out to her just because Upflit became Accelerator of the Year. So many projects already lining up, high quality projects. They want to be on our launchpad, even though we are not launched yet. So this is very good news. This is very good for our publicity, for PR. It's very good advertisement. So of course, we will be participating in AIBC summit end of the March also in some shape or form. So we will have some representatives there. Maybe again we're going to read some awards, so nobody knows. So part of the story is our partnership with Ikigai Ventures, right? So Ikigai Ventures is a gaming VC from Malta, and they officially became our partner. They're going to be most probably a council member for us also. So this is quite big, right? So as you guys know, Malta is the capital of gaming and gambling in Europe, and they will be supporting our projects, our IDO projects. They will be also supplying potentially some projects in those industries like gaming or gambling, right? So it's going to be quite big, right? So this is one of the news, and you can read the Medium article about this, and also there was a post on Telegram of Upflit, right? So let me go. Next slide. So what we're doing right now is behind the scenes. Nobody can see this, but on daily basis, Edward, Jeremy, myself, Alex, especially Alex, and his team, we've been doing interviews. So it's extremely important for us to attract high quality individuals to this project, right? To lead the marketing side. So now we almost finalizing actually hiring somebody for CMO position. So that will be a person highly professional in fintech space, of course, in the crypto space and blockchain space. So that person, I really hope that in the next couple of weeks we will be announcing who this person is. So we've been doing many interviews, and also we will be hiring community managers. So this person will structure our huge community, right, into some segments, and will be involved with community because it's important on the Upflit side again, on the Launchpad side. So, and also we hired some marketing agency right now, so they're preparing marketing strategy for us. So we're doing marketing research, we setting up the strategy just to get started in the proper way on Upflit side, even before we launch, right? So it's happening on daily basis. So we have these calls every day, multiple times we're doing these calls for Upflit project, right? This is something that you guys cannot see, but this is happening. So I just wanted to share. So let's go next. So next one, of course, many of you already tried, many of you already achieved, some of you didn't do yet. So this is something that you should do. Just to repeat, to make it very, very simple. First of all, you swap your DAISY token from on a Tron blockchain, right? So from DAISY into Lift. So then you will have Lift token on Tron blockchain. Then you use a bridge that Alex and his team built. And using the bridge, you basically migrate your Lift token from Tron blockchain into Binance Smart Chain, right? So this is a very simple process. And then after you do this, finally, you will be able to participate into something that Jeremy was talking about, and Edward and myself also. So it's a staking. Staking is very lucrative, so I'm not going to go into details. But as you guys can see, the longer is a staking period, vesting period, and the more Leaf tokens you put into staking. This is something we also announced in Dubai, right? So the more benefits you get, the more staking yields you get. So we encourage everybody, of course, to support the project, support the Launchpad for longer period of time. But of course, it's your decision. I'm sorry, the calls just keep coming. It's your decision. So you choose which period of time is comfortable for you, right? So of course you can also buy Leaf token on open space, or your friends can buy Leaf tokens on open space on open market, and you can also stake it. So there are multiple choices for you. And this particular chart you can find on a Medium article about staking that Alex and his team will actually put. So you guys probably read it, right? So, and also, like Jeremy said, there will be a git book. So it's going to be a documentation explaining all the process, all the staking, all the rewards, including affiliate rewards, right? We have 2 tiers in Upflit side, right? So we have 2 tiers affiliate commissions. So you will be able to read this for yourself and just learn everything about Upflit project. So it's coming up very soon. Alex and his team been preparing. So also KYC. Now as a swap and staking is done on a technical side, right? So it took Alex and his team few weeks to prepare. So it's been a lot of development behind, right? So the next step is KYC. As you guys know, so I don't want anybody to be scared of KYC. KYC is a very simple process. I'm pretty sure that you guys done it on crypto exchanges, for example, right? So it will be a very simple process. From the beginning of December, KYC will be launched, initiated, and everybody who wants to participate in IDO to support those projects coming to Upflit platform. So you will need to go through KYC. So what it means, basically, it means that you will need to provide your passport, your ID, and that's it. So it's going to be very simple. So no proof of address or something. It would take like probably 1 minute of your time, but then you will be totally qualified to be part of the journey, right? So this is something that is coming up, and then this is what Jeremy and Edward were talking about big partnerships. So this particular partnership we cannot disclose yet, announce yet, but when we do, you guys are going to be really excited, just like ourselves, because as we speak with those guys, so we know those guys like for a few months already, we'll be in talks behind the scenes in negotiating. So potentially second half of January is going to be huge IDO on Upflit platform, and we will be able, all of us, we will be able to buy some token in NFT space with huge potential, with existing company project. It's not a startup or whatsoever, right? With existing partnership, this project has existing partnership with some of the world famous brands, like Jeremy mentioned, so that everybody knows about. So this is something we're going to be announcing over the next few weeks. we are in the process of finalizing our deal. So stay tuned for this one. And farming is something that has been probably passion of Alex and ourselves, of course, also. So Alex is preparing some farming programs, some liquidity mining programs. It will be coming from January, after January. So there will be multiple options actually how you guys can participate in farming and also make some farming deals, right? So to diversify your earning potential. Community building also is something that Alex is extremely excited about. So we, of course, as a DAISY community, we are professionals in building community, right? So we will be participating in this very actively. We will be building community and getting some rewards in Leaf tokens. So there will be multiple ways of doing this, starting from some bounty campaigns, articles, social media participation and stuff like that. So all of details are coming up also in the next few weeks, right? So it's coming. Social media, talking about social media. So now we have established YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed yet, so please subscribe. We have, of course, Telegram channel with all the news about Upflit. We have Twitter. Please follow our Twitter account also. So we're trying to stay quite active. So we have LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook group. We just opened up yesterday, and today we just made announcement. So please like our Facebook group. So there will be some info on Facebook for those of you who like Facebook. And it's actually your choice which social media you choose and where you follow the project, right? So if some of you like all the social media, of course, you can follow and subscribe to all the channels, right? So basically, it's going to be pretty much the same information, but maybe in different shape, right? So this is also very important because we want to be very viral on social media and Medium, especially, right? So in the middle, the yellow one is, I believe it's a Medium. So it's something that is a must in the crypto industry. So we make sure that on a weekly basis, we produce some quality articles on Upflit Medium. So this is it. I'm
awesome.
done. Yeah,
amazing.
I'm done with this. Jeremy, we have some important issues, probably, right? Maybe a couple of issues that we need to address. One of the issues is, we have multiple questions about vested tokens, right? So because, Jeremy, maybe you want to.
So we're going to be doing it on our next update call. We'll be giving you more details on this. One of the things that there's a couple of things that we are talking to our new team of advisors, and we're really excited about the corporate team that Upflit is putting together. Really experts in the blockchain world, in the launchpad world, that are coming on board. And so a couple of things that we are addressing internally and discussing internally right now. The biggest focus for all of us right now, there's two things that we are massively focused on. Number one is making sure that the staking rewards that we offer, whether it's the little guy who maybe was able to come in and get $100 worth of Lyft tokens, to the big influencers, we want to make sure that it is absolutely a big win for everyone who is staking. This is a major focus. We want to make sure that the staking rewards become the talk of the blockchain community. We want to make sure that we structure the reward system and the partnerships in a way where everyone chooses to stake, because the benefits of staking are so big. And so we are putting some really, really powerful things in place right now for the staking rewards. The second thing, of course, that is most important of all, and that is the IDO projects, the DCO projects that we are preparing to launch. Right now, and while the slide said NFT partnership, the reality is right now we have 4 NFT projects that, quite frankly, all of them are game changers. I mean, just disruptive projects in the NFT world. We are really putting a lot of energy right now into the partnerships and the projects that we launched, because we know that ultimately the story of Upflit, the success of Upflit, is going to depend on the kind of projects that we launch and the success of those projects. So we're putting enormous energy right now into preparing those initial projects for launch on the launch pad. And so with those two things in mind, staking, making sure we have maximum staking rewards. And when we have some announcements we're going to be making at the end of this month and early January that are going to disrupt the industry. In fact, one of the announcements that we're making will probably cause the blockchain community to run and chase down the Lyft token and be a part of this community, because they're going to want those rewards. The announcements that we're making are big. And so as a result of that, we are internally talking right now about the staking structure, the staking model, giving people the opportunity to actually lock up and stake for set periods of time, and then rewarding that decision. Again, as we mentioned before, if a member says, I'm willing to commit to 1 year of staking or 3 years of staking, we want that person to have a reward bigger than the person who says, well, I'm only willing to stake today, but tomorrow I want to dump my tokens. We're looking to reward people that are committed to the long term of this. And so we're having some internal conversations right now about structuring the staking model in a way that really benefits the community that is backing the projects the way that we're discussing. So when it comes to, for example, the pre-sale that we had, we know that you have a vesting period right now of those tokens, and then you have an unlock period of those tokens. And what we have to make sure of is that we don't dilute the reward for the staking community, the active participating staking community. And so we're looking at a couple of different options right now. And so we're not going to make any official announcements today about that. But just know this, that ultimately, when your tokens are unvested and you choose to stake them, we're going to maximize that reward, that payoff, to the point where those that make the commitment with us for long-term staking are going to have the highest rewards of anyone in the Upflit community. And of course, this will include everyone who participated in the token pre-sale. We're going to maximize that benefit. And so we're not going to give any details today. On our next call, we're going to make some big announcements specifically about the staking model. And trust me, you're going to be very excited when you hear those announcements. And so we're just going to leave it at that for today. Give everyone the next couple of weeks to do your swap to the Lyft token, activate your staking account, place your tokens into staking. And then in the next couple of weeks, with our next big update call, we're going to have some very specific announcements for you about some of those staking rewards and some enhancements to the staking model.
Okay, awesome. Also, Jeremy, there is one more thing actually Alex was asking us to cover, because on December the 1st, and we're going to be announcing this officially on Telegram, we're going to be removing all the liquidity from Just Swap. So as you guys know, Daisy on not Just Swap exchange. I believe now it's called SunSwap, so whatever it's called. So we're going to be removing the liquidity from there. And Alex specifically asked those people who provide liquidity, because there is a liquidity pair Daisy/TRX, right? So those of you who provide this liquidity, please also remove it before December the 1st. So as of December the 1st, Daisy is not going to be traded on Just Swap. Nothing scary about this. It's a part of transition into Binance Smart Chain network, right? So of course you will still be able to sell your Daisy token if you want to do so. We're still on centralized exchanges. And talking about exchanges, by the way, this is something that I forgot, right? So we are, Jeremy, you mentioned we are on PancakeSwap. So everybody can buy, if you have some friends who want to buy Lyft tokens, so just let them go to PancakeSwap and they can buy it on the open market, right? Plus, of course, we are in negotiations with some top tier exchanges for Leaf token. We don't want to list Leaf token on some, tier 3, tier 4, so some crappy exchange, that nobody knows. We are in the process of listing Leaf token on well-known and respected exchange. So it will take some time. As of today, we are just on PancakeSwap. So this is also something that I want to touch on, and we will also put it on a Telegram, Daisy token Telegram.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, guys, thank you everyone for tuning in today. We will have the translated webinars recordings released, as well as the English version, so that this will be available for playback for the entire community. And if we could, sum up the information on the call today, it's this. It's number one, the future of Upflit is bigger and brighter than it has ever been. And everything is moving forward and coming together that we dreamed would happen. Number two, there is no hurry, there's no rush. So you can be at peace when it comes to converting your Daisy token to the Lift token. You'll have plenty of time to do this over the next couple of weeks. And we will continue to provide tutorial videos step by step on how to do that. Of course, that information is available now as well. It's just not perfectly organized the way it will be. And so many of you are already swapping, many of you are already staking, and that is available. And then number three is this is a long-term project. And we want everyone to really have the confidence, the trust, the belief that we are in this for the long term. And we are going to build a massive empire with, as a community, as a decentralized, autonomous organization around the Lift token and the Launchpad. And when you hear some of the announcements that are coming, some of the IDO projects and the staking rewards that are going to be released to the community, you're going to be very thankful and you're going to be very excited that you are a Lift token holder, and everyone is going to want to become a Lift token holder because of those benefits. And we are taking this project all the way to the top, and that is something you can 100% count on. So thank you for tuning in today. Thanks for being with us. Let's build something very special together with Upflit. And guys, we love you. We appreciate you. And we look forward to the next update call.
Thank you, guys.
Bye,
Have a nice day. Thank you.